So, welcome friends. A lot of children or say students find it very difficult as to what color we should take to mix. How will the final skin color will look like? So here I have made a small palette for skin tones basic mixes, where we begin with yellow ochre plus crimson. Here, so it gives a very mild skin tone effect where you'll find it's a little reddish. To it, you'll find the color comes down a little bit and this becomes a skin tone. And say when you have to obtain a little darker skin tone, here what we'll do is add viridian hue to it, okay, and some water to it, and you will get a skin tone which looks a little darker. Okay, the same thing when we have very less water shadow side, like this is say on the highlight side and this is on the shadow side of the skin. So that is how what colors will be there on the shadow side. Okay. So here this is another mix where we use yellow ochre plus vermilion, and then in that we add water to it, so you get a very nice light skin tone. Add viridian to it, you will get the shadow colors. Rather, what is there on the shadow side. Next is raw sienna. Again, this is a very bright skin tone where we'll find raw sienna plus water, a very bright one. Again, when we add crimson to it, you'll find a little reddish appearance, okay, somewhat representing like here. But then you'll find this thing much more redder, and here you will find it more brighter. Okay, and then when we add say Rosiana plus crimson and to that viridian color, you will find it the color which will be obtained on the shadow side. Okay, next is about yellow ochre plus burnt sienna plus crimson. Then yellow ochre plus burnt sienna plus crimson and a little bit of water in this. So we can actually obtain these three skin tones, which will be lighter. Then this will be the middle tone, and this will be on the shadow side. Okay, so three tones of color. The next one is about yellow ochre plus burnt sienna plus vermilion plus Prussian blue. And we add water to that, we'll find a much lighter one. Okay, this is the term one plus water, that is this mix plus water. You'll get a skin tone which is much redder. Okay, then in that one plus two, that is this plus this, and with very less water, you'll find that the color is much more darker. I hope you understood till now. Okay, and the mix of say yellow ochre plus scarlet plus burnt sienna and more water, you'll get a skin tone which is much bright. Landscape means like say when you are painting a small landscape, how what colors to be used. Okay, so here it is say yellow ochre plus Prussian blue, and then when we mix them, you'll find much darker green. Okay, yellow ochre plus cobalt blue. Okay, you'll find somewhere near the lighter greens which are there, and again they are not like this. Okay, now here it is lemon yellow plus Prussian blue, so you get a very nice dark green. Okay, and then lemon yellow plus cobalt blue, so you get a foreground colors of grass and say very small shrubs and so on, like that. Okay, and again all these raw sienna, burnt sienna, mix of them, then mix plus Prussian blue, it's little darker. Then again more Prussian blue, more darker. So like say I have taken an example like this, that like say sand on a seashore. So you'll find the darker and lighter colors. So this is how we go about painting the lighter tones with raw sienna, and then we mix raw sienna plus burnt sienna plus Prussian blue with very less water. You'll find you'll get a much darker tone like this. Okay, and then crimson. Basically, crimson is a cool red. In the warm variety, you'll find cadmium red, pyrrole red, and such other colors. So again, if you have seen my previous videos on of here we are say varying the quantity of each color to get the desired color. So that needs a lot of practice also. And you see, the yellow ochre here, you take just little bit of crimson, and then again, I think, and say suppose if I here vary the mix that I add a little bit more of crimson to it. Okay, more crimson. So you'll find the reddishness, like say what is there on the cheeks. So you'll find this reddish tone. Okay, here I varied the proportion of each color. Suppose say here yellow ochre is only to tone the crimson down. I mean there's nothing like we can paint directly with crimson also, but then it looks very reddish, and there you won't be finding a skin tone like that where it's like in the normal sense. Like suppose you are exposed more to heat or light, or say when you're standing in front of a furnace or something like that, you'll find much reddish tones like this. Okay, so now let's see the next tone here. Yeah, I will not demonstrate all the skin tones. You will have to practice them. If you follow my video correctly, you'll find that all the basic color mixes with uh, the color names written down below, they are there. So I don't think you'll find it very difficult. So now I'm taking Viridian to darken the color. That is, say, on the shadow side. Okay, but remember that not to add black. See, I have black also here, but instead of happens to be the complementary, or rather the green happens to be the complementary of red. You get a very nice darker tone. Maybe there's water in this. Okay, I'll just clean that water.